What is up, Degens? Today, we're going to be talking about some of the most important things you need to understand as a beginner in the crypto space. Some of you that are new to the crypto space probably had a friend telling you to buy a certain coin, or maybe you saw on social media, oh, this coin's going to the moon. And so you went, you downloaded Coinbase and you purchased the coin. So one of the first things I want to talk about is where we're going to be holding our crypto. I personally am a huge fan of Phantom Wallet because it's very user friendly. Anybody can download Phantom Wallet and get crypto on there. It's not a centralized exchange. If you're holding crypto on Coinbase and Coinbase goes to shit, guess what else goes to shit? All your crypto's gone and you cannot cash out on that crypto. And so I only use centralized exchanges to purchase crypto. So I'll link it with my bank account. I'll buy, let's say, Solana, and then that Solana gets sent to Phantom Wallet. And then in Phantom Wallet, I'll swap that Solana for different cryptos. For example, the first video we did, we talked about checks. Checks you can purchase with either Solana or Ethereum. With Solana, the fees are lower, and so you'll save some money doing that way. So first step, you're going to download Coinbase, and then from there you're going to have to figure out, okay, what cryptocurrencies am I wanting to buy and hold? And then you also have to figure out if those currencies are even on Phantom Wallet, right? Because not every crypto is on Phantom Wallet. And so you still want something that's not centralized to be holding your crypto on, so it's yours, you actually own it. The best way to describe centralized exchanges, it's like a bank, right? You put your money in a bank, and that bank can now do with whatever they want with your money. You don't actually own your money when you put it in a bank. Because if that bank goes to shit, so does your money. It's the same thing with Coinbase, same thing with any centralized exchange, Binance. But yeah, always hold your crypto on a decentralized exchange or on a hard wallet. So the second thing I wanted to go into is the importance of market cap. And so real quick, I'm going to pull up CoinMarketCap. This is a very valuable website. You can also download the app on your phone to check certain statistics on cryptocurrencies that are going to be important in deciding whether or not you're going to purchase this crypto. So this is CoinMarketCap. And right now it is sorted from greatest to least in market cap. So I'm going to explain exactly what market cap is. If you're familiar with stocks, you have a market cap. Let's say we're going to use Apple as an example. Let's say Apple has a $1 trillion market cap. That means as a company, Apple is valued at $1 trillion. So if they were to sell that company, they would sell it for $1 trillion. And so it's the same thing with cryptocurrency. Bitcoin has a current market cap of $1.88 trillion. And so Bitcoin as a whole is valued at $1.88 trillion. And the way you get this number is you take the total supply, which let's go ahead and click on Bitcoin. And so you take the total supply, which is 19.8 million Bitcoin. That's how many Bitcoins exist. And then you take the current price, which is 94.9 thousand, and you multiply it. And that is how you get your market cap. So if you were to buy one Bitcoin, it would be worth 94.9 thousand. The reason market cap is important is because it's one of the factors in depending on how much money you have, whether you're going to purchase a single cryptocurrency, right? So if I'm a beginner in crypto and I only have $500 to invest, I don't think investing in Bitcoin, if you're going for more short-term gains, is very smart. If you're planning, to stack up Bitcoin for the next 10, 20, 30 years, then that might not be as bad of a strategy. But if you're trying to make money in the current bull run, you're not going to make much putting that $500 into Bitcoin because it has a $1.88 trillion market cap. So that means it doesn't have much room to grow. That's the same for honestly like the top 10. Anything over 50 billion doesn't have much room to grow. And so the way you got to think about it is the lower the market cap, the more potential there is for growth. So let's say, I dump my $500 in Solana. I might only see a 2x, maybe a 3x if we're lucky. Whereas if I go and dump my $500 in a cryptocurrency that has a $500 million market cap, there's a lot more potential for growth. You're not going to see a coin go from 50 billion to a trillion. Bitcoin is the king of crypto. Nothing's really going to get close for a long time, probably forever. Maybe one day when Bitcoin's market cap is $100 trillion, then we'll start to see some of these other currencies touching a trillion. But for now, you're not going to see anything get close to a trillion in market cap. So yeah, for example, one of the cryptocurrencies I'm holding and I'm strongly convicted on is Chex. And so we can go and take a look. So Chex is Chintai. So the current market cap is 357 million. And when you compare this to the other real world asset cryptocurrencies, this is extremely low and undervalued, especially when you understand what Chintai does. Now we're not going to be getting into that really, but that's kind of something you can do, right? If you find something that you feel strongly about and you believe that this cryptocurrency is going to grow, then what you want to do is compare it to its competitors, to other cryptocurrencies that are in the same narrative, which what that kind of means is each cryptocurrency kind of serves a purpose, unless it's a meme coin. That's the whole purpose of meme coins, is that it serves no purpose. For example, Chex is an RWA, so it's a real world asset. So they tokenize real world assets. It's as simple as it sounds. And so you can compare that to other cryptocurrencies that are in that same category of real world assets and see the top performers and see what their market caps are to kind of get a better understanding on how much this coin has room to grow. So yeah, always look at market caps. If you see on Twitter, if you see on social media, on TikTok, people are telling you, oh, Doge to the moon, Doge to the moon. Doge currently has a $50 billion market cap. If you put your $500 into this, you might see a 2x. Okay, cool. You made $500 in the bull run. Now, if you put your $500 into a lower market cap cryptocurrency and you see a 10x, you just made $5,000. So that's what I'm trying to get you guys to see, is it's all about risk to reward, right? When you're putting your $500 into a higher market cap cryptocurrency, those $500 are more secure. Are you willing to lose these $500? No? Okay, maybe, go invest it in a higher market cap cryptocurrency because it's more stable. Now, are you willing to lose these $500 in the risk of making $5,000, $10,000, sometimes even $50,000? Now, if that's what you're wanting to make these big risky plays to make big gains, you're going to want to look into smaller market cap cryptocurrencies because they have more room for growth. That's why it's important to look at market cap. And when people don't understand that, you have people who get excited because they see, oh, Dogecoin just pumped, Elon's Department of Government Efficiency, Dogecoin to the moon. I believe Dogecoin has great upside, but I don't see more than a 2-3x. Whereas when you look at some of these smaller market cap cryptocurrencies, there's a lot more room for upside. For smaller investors, in my opinion, if you're in crypto, you're here to take big plays. You're here to risk your money. So you got to look at that money. You got to be willing to lose it in order to make money. Otherwise, if you're not willing to lose that money and you're investing in something risky, it dumps, you get scared, you sell because you don't want to lose that money. So when you invest money into cryptocurrency, you got to look at that money and say goodbye. Pretend like it doesn't exist. Because otherwise you're going to have those feelings and those emotions attached to your money and you're going to be scared to lose it. And when that happens, you're never going to make money because you're going to see a big dump, you're going to sell, and then you're going to see a ginormous pump and you're going to regret it. Always look at market caps. So the third thing I wanted to cover in this video is understanding the crypto cycle. The crypto cycle lasts 4 years. And so typically you have 1 year that is a bear market, and then 3 years that are bull markets. But really 2 of those years are going to be your bigger bull markets. And so right now, 2022 was our bear market. 2023, we slowly started to climb. And then we got into 2024. That's when we started to see the first signs of a strong bull market. And now we're in 2025. This is going to be probably the last year of our bull market before we get into another bear market. And so that's the 4-year cycle. And so that's to help you understand how to move money in crypto, when to take your money and take your profits, when to start investing, because really the ideal time to invest in crypto is during a bear market. And so you don't know the bottom. And so what you want to do in a bear market is you want to start buying crypto, every time it goes down, you buy more. Every time it goes down, you buy more. This is called dollar cost averaging. And so that helps you get a really, really good position. And then when we start to pump, then you start to see your profits. But even then, every time it takes a massive dump, put some more money in. Every time it takes a massive dump, put some more money in. Now, the only time you don't want to be putting more money in is when we're on the last year of the bull market. Once we're towards the end of that year, that's a little bit riskier because now you're putting money in towards the top of the bull market. And that's not something you want to be doing. You're going to put yourself in a really bad position. And so right now, I think we're in a perfect time for people to get in. The markets are down. They might go a little bit lower. I'm gonna actually pull up the chart on Bitcoin so we can kind of go back in 2021, which would be the same year that we're in now for 2025. It's the same part of the cycle. And so we can look back and reflect and see where some of those buying opportunities might be and what the bull run might look like. So here we are. This is Bitcoin currently. This is the beginning of 2023. And so we saw a huge pump at the beginning of the year of about 91%. And then we consolidated for a while. We even dumped quite a bit. I mean, if you're comparing the top to some of these bottoms, that's a 33% dump. So that's another thing, is you got to be able to understand that the market dumps, right? And just because it dumps doesn't mean it's over. Doesn't mean it's going to keep going down. That's just how crypto is. That's how anything is. But crypto is known to be more volatile in comparison to other things like stocks, other more secure investments. So you're getting in a volatile game. So you have to understand that, and you have to be okay with it. You have to understand your money's going to go up, your money's going to go down. And when it goes down, you're going to feel scared, but you have to understand that's just part of it. It has to go down before it comes up, right? We pumped, we came down, and then we came up. We're not going to see this and then another huge pump. That's just not how crypto works. And for those of you who have never heard the term market structure looks like this, right? So you have high, low, high, low, high, low, high. And occasionally you get low, high, low, right? So that's kind of what market structure looks like. And I mean, if we kind of take a look at this, that's what we see, right? We see high, low, low, high. And so that's a part of the game. Market structure exists. Those are called corrections, for those of you who don't know. So when we see a big pump, there's always going to be a correction. We get that correction, we pump again. It's not always guaranteed that we pump again, but that's why it's important to understand when where we're at in the cycle. Because anybody who was buying here, they knew we were in a bull market. They knew we were going to come up. There was more upside to it. We're not just going to stop pumping halfway through the bull market. That's just not how the crypto cycle works. So let's go back in 2021, right? So this is it right here. This is what the market looked like. So we saw a huge pump and then a correction. And then we saw a huge pump and then a correction. And then a pump and then a correction. And then a pump. And then this is a flip right here because we broke the low. So now this is bearish market structure. And so this bearish market structure, this is where people get scared. You should have absolutely been taking profits here. But now that we have the bearish structure is where we want to start putting money in. You know, we're putting money in all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. Boom, we flip. Now you're excited. We flipped market structure. We're pumping. And then this is towards the end of 2021. And we can kind of see that's what led us into this giant bear market up until 2023. That's when we started the bull market again. So we're really only getting a year of bear market. We're only getting a year. And so that's, for us, that's going to be 2026. 2026 is when our bear market's going to happen. We don't know exactly when, because every bull run looks different, and we're progressively having longer and longer and longer bull runs. And so you have to pay attention to that. So the main thing to get out of this is, for new investors, you're gonna see downside and you have to accept it, and you just have to sit on your hands, and you can't get scared, because when we're in a bull market, there is more upside. You know, you're gonna see your money go down quite a bit, and you're gonna see it go up quite a bit. And even when it goes up, that doesn't mean sell it all. You know, if your money goes up significantly, okay, take 25%, keep that. Those are your profits. Leave 75% in. Okay, it goes up some more, take another 25%, leave the other 75% in. But we don't want to be taking profits too early, and we don't want to be taking profits too late. So I'm going to kind of like go through this and kind of show you guys what it would look like. Let's say, you're holding down here and we pump, boom, we pumped 271%. So that's nearly a 3x on your money. So what I would do in this scenario is, let's say you invested $500 and you're up here now. So you almost have $1,500. I would actually pull out $500 so that you can have that ease of mind of, hey, what I invested, I got back. So now everything that's in there is free money. And then from there, you can also decide if you want to reinvest that money. So let's say, we come down some, we dumped another 31%. So you could recycle some of those profits back in. I wouldn't recycle all of it. Always keep profits and take profits, because you really never know what's going to happen. You always got to play it safe. But we saw a 31% dump. Okay, somewhere along this way, we could throw some money back in there because we're in a bull run and we're expecting it to shoot back up, which it did. Okay, we saw another 100%. Cool, we 2x'd our money from down here. I would be still, maybe taking some profits along the way. Now, this is Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin has grown a lot, but when we're in smaller market cap cryptocurrencies, that's not going to be a 3x. It's going to be much more. It's going to be a 20x. It's going to be a 50x, maybe even a 100x. Taking profits is going to look a little different. Now, all that goes to say, we talked about where you should be storing your crypto. We talked about market caps and the importance of that depending on how much money you have to invest. And then we talked about what the cycle looks like and the importance of understanding that the market's going to dump and that it's okay. It's part of the game. It's a part of the way the market moves. We move up, we move down, we move up, we move down. When we move down, we're not going to see, 4 years of moving down. That's not a thing. Now, when it comes to finding the cryptocurrencies that you want to invest in, what I recommend is just getting involved in crypto, as in like social media. Get on X, get on the crypto side of X, get on Reddit, go through forums, watch some YouTube videos, find some people that you trust to listen to their advice. But always do your own research. Don't just listen to somebody telling you to invest in a cryptocurrency, and do not buy that cryptocurrency without understanding what it actually does. The reason I feel so strongly about that, and I think that's important, if you don't have your own personal belief in this cryptocurrency and you don't really know what it does, when you see those 50% dumps, you're going to freak out and you're going to want to sell. But if you have a strong conviction, you truly believe in this cryptocurrency because you understand the value that it provides and what it does, you're going to be more okay with seeing those dumps because you see the long-term vision of this cryptocurrency. So yeah, that's what I recommend when going about what cryptocurrencies to invest in. Just do your own research, get out there on social media, watch videos, learn from other people, hear what they have to say. The last thing is, when it comes to finding hidden gems, they're called hidden gems for a reason. They're hidden because they're not mainstream. Those are your lower market cap cryptocurrencies. You're not going to hear a lot of people talking about sub 500 million cryptocurrencies. Whereas Dogecoin, you hear everybody talking about Dogecoin. And so you hear some people say, buy when nobody's talking about it and sell when everybody's talking about it, because that means it hasn't gotten mainstream. Therefore, we haven't seen the pumps out of that cryptocurrency. Now, every cryptocurrency isn't guaranteed to pump. That's not a thing. So that's why it's important to do your own research, figure out what that cryptocurrency does. If you believe in it, if you feel strongly about it, buy it. And even when you're holding it, continue to learn, continue to nourish that conviction, because as soon as that conviction's gone and you don't believe that coin, you're going to want to sell as soon as you see a big dump. I hope that advice helped you guys out for some of you newer crypto investors. If you have any other questions at all, feel free to leave it in the comments. But yeah, and if you guys enjoyed the video, if you don't mind, subscribe. I'm new to this. I'm trying to grow my channel. Even I have a lot to learn in the crypto space. So I don't want to say all this as in like I'm an expert. I still have a lot to learn. I've only been doing this for about 2 years. I'm sharing what I wish I knew when I was a beginner, so that way you guys can get an early understanding of these things. Thank you guys for watching the video. We'll see you guys next time.